Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the upcoming likely hurricane and the potential effects to land and its increasing threat to land. So without further ado, let's get started. So disturbance 1 has an 80% chance of formation through 7 days and 60% chance of formation through the next 2 days. So it's pretty likely to form within the next 48 hours. And it's starting to show signs of organization and environmental conditions appear conducive for additional development. And tropical depression is likely to form by the early to middle portion of next week, while the system moves westward at 15 to 20 miles an hour across the eastern and central tropical Atlantic. So basically what we're seeing is the increasing chances of a tropical system. So GFS shows us forming within the next, day. It shows it becoming a tropical depression, it seems, before the day is up tomorrow. It shows it becoming a hurricane pretty fast. And then it goes up north, and then it tries to go towards Atlantic Canada, but then a high pressure makes it turn away. If we go to the Canadian model, we do see they do not really show anything except the second tropical wave. And the ECMWF does show it going into the Caribbean towards Jamaica, Haiti, and places near that. And, of course, Dominican Republic. Now, of course, it shows it dying, but that just obviously means that if conditions become favorable and it doesn't have as much mountainous terrain and it can strengthen a lot in the MDR, then a land threat is pretty likely, so we're really going to have to watch out for that. If we go to Icon, they're not really showing anything. We got to go to 0Z. Go farther out, not really anything. And Navgam is showing it going into the Caribbean, and it shows it maintaining strengths like towards Jamaica. So obviously places anywhere from say the South Seas coast to the Caribbean, like Jamaica all the way up to maybe the Carolinas, have to watch out for potential impacts, because this seems like it could become a threat. Now, of course, it would be weaker if it went to the Caribbean due to harsher environments, but it would at least be a tropical storm probably, so we're really going to have to watch out for that. If we go to the GEFS ensembles, we really do see how more ensembles are going into the Caribbean as we go further. Now, of course, EPS is mainly the one on board with a Caribbean storm, but obviously multiple models like Navgam are showing it. We see one going up the Florida East Coast, one going into the Western Gulf of Mexico, one going to the Bahamas, and multiple going out to sea. GFS shows a stronger solution. ECMWF shows a weaker solution. We're going to go on the weaker side for now due to harsher environmental conditions, but tropical storm impacts are possible. And we're really going to have to watch out for that. And if we go to the 18th, of course, nothing is coming in. But if we go to this, we do see multiple tropical storms going to the Caribbean. So if they think environmental conditions become more favorable, then we could definitely have a tropical storm in the Caribbean or a tropical system. And then it goes out to sea, and some show it getting near or affecting Bermuda. So we'll have to watch out for that. So depending on what happens, we could see this go into the Caribbean and cause a land threat, and it doesn't turn as north as quickly. If we go to special charts, we're going to go here. We're going to go ECMWF. We see their tropical storm across the Atlantic. GFS, a pretty strong hurricane across the Atlantic. KMA shows it going into the Caribbean, then turning out to sea. UCMET doesn't really show anything, and neither does Environmental Canada. But, of course, we'll have to see on what happens. Now, if we go back to models, and we do go to the dust, and we're going to have to go to the tropical Atlantic, and we're going to go to the Anyway, we do see some dust coming off of Africa and then going into the Caribbean, so that might be affecting a little bit. But if this system can go fast enough, by 5 days, if it can be out in the middle Atlantic or into the Caribbean or just somewhere in the MDR, then it can avoid this dust for the most part, and it could strengthen a lot more. We do see how multiple model tracks are going into the Caribbean, and then multiple are going out to sea, so we're going to have to watch out for that. If we look at the GEFS, yeah, we do see they have a consensus a little more south, multiple tracks going into the Caribbean. The GPS, not very trustworthy, but multiple going into the Caribbean. And model intensity guidance, most take this to a hurricane. The Caribbean tracks take it a little weaker, but we'll definitely have to watch out for that, as some take this to major hurricane, as we can see. And if we go to ocean analysis finally and go to the North Atlantic, we do see how conditions are favorable for tropical development with up to 28 degrees Celsius. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment if you have any questions. And anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.